Hey guys, another episode of Talking with Cars, and today we're reviewing another product. Now this one came to me from
Autoone.
Now you might remember these guys because they sent me LED lights that I installed on my mother's Subaru. And they have a whole slew of different things that they sell on their website. They have power banks, they got inflators, they have the LED lights, of course, and then they have something like this, you know, the jumpstarter kits that have air compressors built into them, lights, USB ports. It's got a whole bunch of stuff on it. You know, this has got a jump starter, air inflator, power bank, and LED lights. So let's unbox this thing and find out a little bit more about it. This is Talking with Cars. Woo! All right, so let's unbox the thing here. Let's kind of read some of the information that's on the back end side of it. Capacity 59.2 watt hours. Starting voltage 12 volts. Inflation pressure range up to 150 psi max. Charging input, they have a 5 volt 3 amp, a 9 volt 2 amp, and a 12 volt 1.5 amp. That's impressive. A USB output of 5 volt 2.4 amp, so it's a fast charger, you know, for your phones and stuff like that. Any other devices that can connect to the USB, of course. And the charging time for this unit in particular is 4.5 hours. So this is wrapped. I have not charged it, so we're going to go through that process. We're going to unbox it, find out what's inside. We're going to charge it, and we're going to play around with it in a little bit. So let's first unbox this thing. It is made in China. They sent this to me free. It's a $99 value. Actually, it's a $129 value, and they have it on sale for $99. And I believe you can get another 10% if you click on the link down below and use the affiliate link that I have. So I get a little piece of the pie every time you order something from them, but you know, I mean, it's very small, and it just helps support the channel so I can provide more content to you guys. Let's see. Let's open this thing up. Let's see what's inside. Oh wow! Right off the bat. Now I noticed with the LED lights, you know, that they have like a very high quality. You know, no question about it. You know, it's a lot like the Eaton Wolf. You know, where everything they do seems to be at another level. You know, they have like inspection reports, you know, and then they're hand signed and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not necessarily saying that they have it here, but box is okay. Comes in this really cool Autoone case, you know, that's really cool, you know, and it's kind of a hard case. Let's open this up. Nice, sweet. All right, we got the quick guide instructions. On this side of it, you're going to see it's kind of split into two, right? So on the bottom end of it, you're going to have the actual power bank. I mean, that's really impressive. I mean, a huge LED light in the front. It's got the pump connection right here on the side. All LED in the front, all push button. Here's your engine start. I'm going to have to read the instructions. Oh, okay. So this is where you connect the engine start connector, the wiring. This is the Type-C and USB connectors on this side, right? And everything is underneath like plastic shrouds or covers and stuff, so it's protected. And then, moment of truth, let's kind of remove the plastic. Woo! All right. So, plastic removed. Let's see if this thing's got any power in it at all. But yeah. All right, it does have some power. Looks like there's 3 bars. Maybe there's supposed to be 4 bars. Plus, minus, right? So you can change the PSI. Right, 34, 35, 36. I don't know if it does tenths, but it does single digit units, you know? So you can kind of go from 27, I think 27, 26 is the lowest. And you should be able to go up to, but I know you can go to 150 PSI, so we'll have to double check and read the instructions. Light. Ooh, really bright. Pretty cool. And it's not super heavy. I mean, it really isn't. You know, if it's got lithium batteries in here, you know, typically the lithium batteries are, let's turn that light off. Oh, flashes. Let's turn that off. Perfect. All right, so it's off. All right, so we'll put that back for now. We'll turn it off. There might be different modes to it. Yeah, so motorcycle, bicycles, blowing up some like balls and stuff like that. Okay, here's the one where it's basically free for all, right? You can kind of go all the way up to 150 PSI. So that's pretty cool. So that's the mode button, not a memory button. So maybe it's dual function, but we'll find out a little bit more about it later. So it's pretty cool. We can try this out on one of the cars, see how quickly it goes from like 30 to 40 PSI, and just kind of double check and see, you know, how it compares, you know, with some of the other ones. But I'm going to turn this off, and all you got to do is just hold the power button for a couple seconds. And then some of the accessories that it comes with. Here's the connector for, you know, the battery jump starter, right? These are pretty high quality connectors. You know, they don't seem too bad. A little plasticky, you know, but the wiring seems okay, you know, flexible and long enough where you can make a connection. All right, it's got the connection with the for the valve on your car, and that's how it connects right there. Pretty easy. It's got some accessories, right, for balloons and balls and all that kind of stuff, and it's got the USB charger cable that comes with it. So all that's on this pouch right here on the sides. Let's see if I can show that to you. It comes in here right here. So it's all protected. So this thing's pretty cool. Let's try to install this right here. This plastic, the rubber piece kind of gets in the way a little bit, but we're going to move that back down. Make sure we don't cross thread. There's got to be an easier way to do this. All right. All right, but once you get it on there, it doesn't take too many revolutions. Cover that up, and then you can go ahead and start pumping the tire on your car. So it's really cool. Really neat little compressor for sure. And let's look at some of the other specs that's on it, because I was pulling up some information on the website. It's got a 600 lumen LED light, where it flashes, strobes, and does SOS. Let's see what else. Fast charging power bank, 18 watt max input and output. Does 25 tires for normal sedans, 18 tires for SUVs, and 6 tires for big pickup trucks and larger vehicles. Obviously, it's a USB charger. It's got 24,000 milliamp large capacity. This thing is like, it's a beast. This thing is really big. So, I mean, I don't think you're going to have to worry too much about charging it every now and then. Maybe every month you just kind of double check it as you inspect your car. But that's what I would do. It says it goes from 30 to 36 PSI in 2.5 minutes. We could check that, you know, so we'll double check that and make sure that that's accurate. It's an 8,000 amp unit, right? So it's good for 12 volts, all gas, 12 liter diesel, 4-start built-ins. Yeah, and 150 PSI. So it's pretty cool. It was sold as a Christmas essential, you know, a pretty neat idea. But every car should have something like this in their vehicle, no question about it. Keep it in the trunk or whatever. I mean, this is small enough you can keep it in some glove box. So let's go out to the car. Let's double check this and see if we can go from 30 to 36, I think it said. Let's just double check. So 30 to 36 PSI in 2.5 minutes. Let's put that to the test. All right, so let's do this. Let's set this up to 30 PSI and ramp it up to 36 using this unit and see how long it takes. We'll time it. So right now we'll just double check. We'll turn it on and we'll see what the PSI is at. Set it to car mode. Right now it's at 30.5, so we'll release a little bit of air. We're at 29.5, just about 30. So we're gonna pump this up. See how long it takes. It's not super loud either. Half a minute. One minute. Less than 2 minutes. So it beat it's what it's saying, it claimed that of 2.5 minutes from 30 to 36 PSI. And I guess it depends on the tire and all that kind of stuff, but they definitely beat it. Now this tire needs to be at 40 PSI, so we're gonna bump that up. And we're gonna see how much longer it takes. 1 minute. A hair over 1 minute. I mean, literally like 65 seconds. You know, this is pretty amazing. So it says 40 PSI. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna double check it with another gauge and just kind of check accuracy. All right, so I have my Astro AI digital gauge right here, and we're going to double check to see 38.5. So it's off by a hair. Let's pump it up to, let's see. And it automatically just reverts back to 36 PSI when you put it in auto mode. But let's go to 41. Just needed like a couple more seconds. 40. So it's plus or minus 1 PSI. So that level of accuracy is what you're going to get with this unit. So not too bad, not too shabby. And it's at 2 bars right now. So we're definitely going to need to charge this up and bring it downstairs and make sure everything is all pumped up. So yeah, this tire right now is at 40 PSI. I'm good to go. I'm going to get back downstairs, and what we're going to do is we're going to charge this up and talk a little bit more about it. So the air pump part of it worked really well, and I trust that with all these accessories you can kind of do, you know, all the other like little things, like whether it's a basketball or, you know, an exercise ball or something like that, and pump them up pretty quickly, you know, especially with something like this. So what we want to do is we want to charge it, but before we do, I just want to show you, you know, this and how it connects to this engine start section right here. And it can only go in one way, right? There's only one direction it can go in. So let's just double check that. All right, there's a green light indicating that it's ready to go. This uses the power bank basically to charge up your car. So all you got to do is just connect the black to the negative and red to positive, and then start your car up like you normally would as if you were getting a jump start. So I don't have any batteries that are dead, and I don't have the ability to go out and use it on anything, but I trust this thing's going to do just fine. So I'm not worried about that in any way. So the one thing I did notice though is that that rubber piece off of this fell off. So I'm just going to keep that off. I don't need it. It was kind of getting in the way anyway. So I'm just going to basically leave that off. And then I'm going to put this accessory back into that little pouch. So when I need it, you know, I have it and it's available. But the one thing we really need to do now is we need to charge this unit because it is, you know, like kind of halfway charged. It's got 4 bars. We just need to charge this up, and we're going to see how long it takes. So we're going to go ahead and connect this wire that they gave us, this cable, which is a USB-A to USB-C. Right, so you can see that, hopefully. All right, so we're going to connect that to here somewhere. All right, so quick guide. And they have their own support website. They got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all that kind of good stuff. And the instructions seem to be very, very good. You know, I mean, they kind of explain everything with pictures and everything, so it's pretty nice. All right, so charge digital products. You can use those 2 plugs to charge other devices. Let's see how to charge this unit in general. Charge the product. Okay. Please fully charge the product before using it for the first time. Charging the digit of the battery percentage value will flash. During charging, and the screen will display 4 bars when it's fully charged. All right. The battery percentage value will stop flashing, and the screen will be turned off and enter sleep state when it's charged. Okay. So basically it says to connect the USB-C part of it into here. And I'm going to connect this side, the USB-A, to a charger and to the wall. And then we're going to let this thing sit, and I'll be right back. All right, conclusions, everybody. So this little device here, or kind of big device, is cool. This thing is really neat. So right now it's powering the light that I have. It's charging up my battery pack. It's fully charged. It took a couple hours for it to charge. So it's really not that bad. It's really a cool little unit. It pumped up the tire faster than it said it would. It obviously has enough battery power to be able to pump up multiple tires multiple times until you have to recharge it again. It's got a built-in light, it's got an inflator, it's got a battery jumper, it's got, you know, pretty much everything in this thing. So it's really cool. I am going to put this in one of my cars. I don't know which one yet, but I am definitely going to put it in one of my vehicles. So, you know, I wish I had this growing up. I really did. You know, where you could pump your tire, and if your battery runs out, you can jump start it. I mean, it would have come in so handy. I mean, it really would have. So I I think this is an excellent purchase. If you're looking for something like this, buy with confidence. This is a good unit. Autoone is impressing me so far with all the products that they're selling. And I'm really, really kind of grateful for them to send this to me, to try it out, to give an honest review. And they said, give an honest review. They didn't look for anything from me or anything like that. This is totally my first opinion, taking it out of the box today, trying it out, and telling you guys what I think. So hats off to Autoone and all the products that they have, and I'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, hype if you can. Peace.